Hello and welcome back to section 3. So in this slide we're going to deal with the results of poor sleep. We're going to look at what happens to our minds and bodies if our sleeping problems become chronic. So it's fair to say that stress, certain lifestyle habits, toxins, poisons, bad foods, they all put our systems under a tremendous amount of stress. If you add into the equation chronic poor sleep, then it exponentially increases the stress placed on our minds and bodies. So in effect, poor sleep just makes everything far, far worse. Poor sleep causes our bodies to produce and secrete more of our stress hormone, cortisol. Do you remember that from section 2? Now, this isn't a bad thing short term because it's our fight or flight hormone. However, if there's a long-term build-up of cortisol, this can cause several other things to happen within our body. It raises inflammation levels, it can increase blood pressure, it also increases bad cholesterol, so in effect it damages LDL cholesterol, which turns it into bad cholesterol. It also promotes plaque build-up in our arteries. All this then automatically raises the risk of further serious health problems, such as heart attacks and strokes. You've also heard me stress how important exercise is to everything. You've heard how much I've banged on about it in previous slides. Now this was one of my biggest issues. Chronic poor sleep has a big impact on endurance, coordination, speed, muscle strength and especially motivation. This is where I had my problems. I just couldn't be bothered to exercise through a lack of sleep. And because I wasn't exercising, my mental health would suffer as well. So a lack of sleep disrupts our hormone balance as well, which causes appetite to increase. However, have you noticed when you're tired, it's a different kind of hunger? It isn't healthy food that we search for. We actually crave comfort food, which is normally high in bad fats, carbs and sugars. This is actually a subconscious act to compensate for the lack of energy. So basically losing sleep slows down our metabolism and causes the wrong kind of food cravings. Long-term chronic sleep problems promote something called sarcopenia, where our muscle mass and our muscle function deteriorate. We tend to get stressed and frustrated because we can't sleep. The longer this goes on, the more stressed we become and the more the sleep disturbances worsen. So chronic sleep problems also have an impact on your general mental health. When you think about it, when you're tired, when chronic poor sleep kicks in, we're just less confident, we make more poor decisions, we're grumpy, we're less tolerant and we're far more impulsive. So I think I've depressed you enough there over that. We've covered results of poor sleeping in quite significant detail there. Just recap this section with your workbook before we move on to the next slide. The next 2 slides we're going to deal with circadian rhythms and sleeping cycles. So bye for now and I'll catch you on the next slide. Bye bye.